They weren't expecting to find bones. But during a routine construction project behind a historic church in Treme, that's exactly what they found: human remains, buried just beneath the surface, with no headstones, no names, just bones. But they weren't just any bones, they were the remains of enslaved Africans. And you're probably wondering, how did they get there? Well, that's because during slavery, black people, especially the enslaved, were often denied burial in traditional cemeteries. Many churches and graveyards refused to accept them. So, their loved ones did the only thing they could. They buried them on what they considered to be sacred ground, often behind churches in unmarked graves with no record. That sacred space was St. Augustine, one of the oldest black Catholic churches in the United States. And just to be clear, this isn't the world renowned all boys St. Augustine School. This is the church, standing right in the heart of Treme, a neighborhood shaped by both free and enslaved black people. After the discovery, the church and community chose not to look away. Instead, they honored the lives that had been buried and forgotten by creating the Tomb of the Unknown Slave, a towering cross made of actual iron chains that once bound enslaved people. These aren't symbolic replicas, these are real. Real chains reclaimed and reformed into something sacred, a memorial, a reckoning, a reminder. And if you visit today, you'll often find gifts left at the base of the shrine. Things like beads, flowers, shells, coins, and candles. That's not random. In New Orleans, we honor the dead through a ritual. We leave offerings as a gesture of love and respect, drawing from both African spiritual traditions and Catholic devotion. It's the way we say, we remember you, we honor you, and we carry your spirit forward. St. Augustine has always been a place of quiet rebellion. Built in 1841 by free people of color, it was the first church in the United States to reserve pews for enslaved people, making space for them to worship with dignity. And here's a lesser known truth. In the 1800s, New Orleans had one of the largest populations of free people of color in the South. Many were landowners, scholars, and activists. They helped build and defend spaces like St. Augustine, and they planted the seeds of resistance. Just a few blocks away is Congo Square, where enslaved people gathered on Sundays to dance, drum, and hold on to their culture. That rhythm will become jazz. That spirit still lives in the bones of this city. The unknown slaves buried behind St. Augustine may never have names, but their memory will forever live on. So when you find yourself in front of the tomb of the unknown slave, stand still, be quiet, listen. These chains may no longer bind, but they still speak, and it's up to us to hear them. Black history isn't hidden, it's buried, and it's our job to dig it up. Remember to like, comment, and share, and follow me for more stories that they don't put in your textbooks.